Greetings everybody, Maxwell here. Welcome to another episode of Divinity Original Sin. I think, yeah, we are pretty much, maybe not in the end game itself, but definitely in the third arc. And, well, I imagine we'll still have several hours more to go. So we're gonna focus on getting into this edge. Should not be hard considering we have the amulet.
An intact finger! Just what that deviant of an orc was looking for.
We also need to get... Oh. Yeah, because that will be useful for our quest, as I found out. One second.
It seems we've already harvested the last of the ripe barley. It seems we've already harvested the last of the ripe barley.
Like
Must have been the miller's boy.
Technically... You know what, I'm gonna deal with that later, because we still might just attack and kill some of these guys. Firstly, apparently there's a quest with that troll, but I want to unlock the...
You there, Flatlander! Stay at your business!
Go on then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up...
Come to play now the town's been taken, have you? Typical of you Flatlanders. Lucky for you, the goddess don't discriminate against cowards. Well, come quickly then. There's still townsfolk on the loose, and the chase has probably made them wild as cornered dogs. One might pop out of a bush and take an eye before you can shout your own name. Better you first check in with the higher-ups. You've got Jarl, the righteous leader of We of the Mountain, and blood-stained Gratilda, queen dog of the giant toads. Trust me, you'll know her when you see her. Now scram, and make your introductions before word gets to them there's an intruder here.
One-on-one. They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime.
That's so. Jarl can't stand the thought of his old tribe getting ripped to shreds, can he? Poor fellow. Living in fear under the great Gratilda's boot.
Back
Go
into the
on
fray.
then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots.
Is that what you call
Comrade, did you hear that? It sounds like these Immaculates are at odds with the local orc savages. We may be able to turn this to our advantage. I'll keep a sharp eye out for anything we could use to nudge these factions closer to chaos. If we can get them to destroy each other, we'll kill two birds without even having to pick up a stone. Nothing would please me more than seeing Hunter's Edge cleared of the scum that destroyed it. I may not be able to undo the past, but together we can dole out justice for those who've suffered.
One-on-one.
They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime.
Blasted mosquitoes. Never a moment's peace with these filthy vermin buzzing in me. Oh, ho, ho. Brother, I've crossed me pests. Brother, I think the human's asking me a question. Think I ought to tell the tiny pest who I am? That pesky bugger might have got me on. But I've got something too. His wee head.
They say humans and orcs don't get along, but I've seen a pair as thick as a troll's toe hair.
Even the name sounds disease. Can't come to work today, boss. I've got the human, and it's itching like mad.
What? Free to address your betters, are you?
I ain't afraid of a single Frogskin woman.
It's all mother, the humans that want to
Hello again. Do you bring good news? Jinxica is my name, and I had many friends here. If you come to this village to help and not to harm, a kind but private man he is, the Dark Invaders seem very interested in him indeed. Would that an invasion were each life they took infused their strange stones with power. The human tribe came shortly after. They've survived this carnage so far by concealing themselves most cleverly. Savages by savages employed. The orcs have one among them. The rat catcher, they call him. who claims to have trained rats to do his bidding. But you're not like the brutes inside those walls. They must be squashed, every last one of them!
Afraid to address your betters, are you?
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you.
Then why not stand up and face me, boy? One on one.
They're keeping the peace for now.
What do you think you're doing to that rat? We need those vermin to find the hidden villages. Try it again, and you'll wish you hadn't.
Cheese-flavoured deadly nightshade.
Even the name sounds diseased.
These rats seem important to the Immaculates.
If we're going to exterminate them, we've got to find a better way.
Afraid to address your betters, are you?
I'm supposed to know what you did with the damn thing.
Am I gazing at the holders of souls? Or am I wrong altogether?
Well. Thought you could get away with it, did ya? Don't look so confused, Pinky. The armory key. Hand it over. Painting my toenails pale lilac, of course. I'm the All-Mother's right hand. If there's something she needs done by someone she knows can do it, I'm the one she calls. This little key ordeal, don't change that. It's small, metal, fits in a keyhole. Help us look or shove off, will ya? I've got to find the key before the old mother finds out it's missing, or she'll carve a spear at me right tusk.
Armory is missing. It could prove rather worth our time to find it.
Source hunter. Scavenger hunter. For better or worse,
I haven't
our
got a hole in my
resumes are
pocket,
clear.
have I?
Probably lost the bloody thing up his own arse.
Then why not stand up?
One side. I ain't got time for chatting till I find the damn thing. What does that matter? Quit buzzing in my ear before I squash you like we did the rest of the pests in this blasted place. You'd be too if you'd misplaced something of Gratilda's. I once saw her skin her own foot soldier alive for mispronouncing All-Mother. And he'd only done it after she'd knocked his teeth out for sneezing in her presence. What's worse is, the coward's blaming his troubles on me, only 'cause I happened to be passing by when he noticed his armory key was missing. I'd tell him to piss off and be on my way, but he'd threatened to tell Gratilda it's me who stole it. Somehow, I doubt I'll get to tell my side of things before my head was shorn clear off. Not a damn thing in all the 12 hills of hell. This idiot orc has no idea where he's lost the damn thing. So he's taken to blaming me, a passerby. It's just like an orc to save his own skin by flaying someone else.
Or am I wrong?
Look in
altogether?
every cranny now. The old mother won't like to hear a human's been thieving from an orc.
You know damn well I wouldn't touch anything of yours with a 10-hand pole.
So it was Johnson the key went missing just as you were waltzing.
Look here! Look at you! How I admire one whose head is lodged so firmly upon their shoulders, like a spire that rests upon the breadth of its foundations, one and indivisible. Not I, alas. I fare not so. For I may replace my battered cranium as jauntily as a wizard may his hat. Just consider some of these examples here before me. How I admire this one's kingly brow, that one's exquisite jaw, yonder one's deep-set sockets that held a warrior's eyes. Why make a permanent choice? Why not cater to the occasion as called for? I would, but for the question, where does the soul reside? And so I ask, where are you, O ephemeral soul? If in a tooth you may be pulled, if in an arm you may be broken, where are you, O delicate monstrosity? As have we all. Townsfolk would sit on these benches and talk about their day. Children would sprinkle water at one another and snigger. Now their mouths neither talk nor snigger any longer, and all that is sprinkled about is blood. Days pass me by no longer, only the dreams of what was, but can never be again. Surely you jest when you question this question's importance. Say I opt for that there fair-featured sovereign of a skull. What happens if another soul lies therein sequestered? If I play the part of the aforementioned wizard, and swap its rugged lineaments for the feeble ones that are my own, who shall I become? Yes. Who is I, then? Were I sure that the soul houses within the chest, within one's little toe, for all I care, I would fret not so. But the certainty I long for remains as impossible to find as one specific raindrop in the rain. You, oh, I beg of you, have you not the answer?
You needn't worry. Unlike our heads and our bodies, it is we and our souls that are one and indivisible.
I concur.
But of course, why was I so blind? The soul is not of the body, it is of the spirit. A new skull I shall have, but same person I'll remain. Oh, the agony of choice. I think I'll opt for the one with the kingly brow. What? Where is it? The last time he was with an axe.
I'd never have judged a few grimy ground dwellers, and lost ones at that, to be worth all this fuss.
Chief knows what he knows. He says, find the cellar, so that's what we do.
Well, for all he knows, they could be knee-deep in forest muck, miles away from here.
The forest? So that settles it. You really are big a buffoon as you look. No one gets into the Phantom Forest, brother. No one.
And the conduit? Chief says she's there as we speak.
That thick brain of yours is better suited for gruel than for thinking. Of course she's there. She's got the goddess within her. Come on, then. We've got a cellar to find. Your chatter won't scare it into the open, you know. By the wings of Freo Fuldawn, I bet my left ear there ain't no cellar here. You there! Any cellars popping out the woodwork in your watch?
Plates and rubbish. I ain't a bleeding man.
If I find the October lad that did this, I'm feeding him his own nethers.
Back to me. I'm gonna call it, lad. Now for the plot.
I've spotted something interesting.
3 of spades. And finally, 7 of clubs.
Let's get the ball rolling here. 5 coins.
You there! The armory's off limits, you hear? Take another step and you'll be looking for your teeth at the end of a rainbow. 'Cause it's a goddamn crime scene, isn't it? Our bloody bloodstones were stolen. The old body lot of them. Everybody's pointing their grubby little fingers at Garrett because he was on guard duty at the time. Yeah, it may be a tad suspicious that now he's missing, but I'll eat pig balls soup if he had anything to do with it. I mean, just look at this shattered door. There's Orchid Bot written all over it. But I'm done talking about this mess. Ask Jarl if you're so bloody interested. Then go and find yourself a sheep if you're so bloody no ears, jackass. That's fine. I'll cut a couple of holes in your head.
Way.
And the conduit? Chief says she's there as we speak.
That thick brain of yours is better suited for gruel than for thinking. Of course she's there. She's got the goddess within her. Come on, then. We've got a cellar to find. Your chatter won't scare it into the open, you know.
Ain't
there's something behind here?
Rubbish. Ain't a bleeding me.
If I find the old tubber lad that did this, I'm feeding him his own nethers.
Seven's my lucky number, so 7 is it. Back to me. I'm gonna call it like. Now for the drop. King of clubs.
What's this? I found something.
What was the minimum? 5 gold?
I've spotted something.
What am I? A goddamn scullery maid.
This boredom is killing me so slowly. I wish it came with a
Cheers.
knife.
Though I wish there were other bottoms that go up around here.
I told you it was a mistake to kill all the women alongside the men. What a stupid thing to do.
Hey, Conduit's orders. Best not to get on her bad side. You know that.
Yeah, but her orders don't cure my fever.
Then go find yourself a sheep if you're so bloody hot and bothered.
A sheep? Nah.
Charla and Horton.
After Tilda.
Aren't those the skeleton traders we met? Charla
Charlotte
in Sicile, and Horton just outside this village.
If this is to be believed, their spirits are trapped in a dark priestess's totem.
No, go screw yourselves with a rusty mace, why don't you?
Clean up, clean out. What am I? A goddamn scullery maid.
Such useful relics. Share in the plunder.
What's this? I found something.
You may think you'll get away with brazen deceit, but you won't. Well, by the boot soles of Burl Boonhammer, what have we here?
Another human in Hunter's Edge. State your business, whelp.
Hail, Immaculate. By the sickle of Tyr Gutgouger, I'm glad to see another human face here in Hunter's Edge. Not yet another misshapen orcish snout.
If you fancy keeping that human face of yours, I wouldn't take my cues from the chief of the mountain apes. I may have sworn to refrain from carving my name across his back, but yours, I do believe, is free for the taking.
Regular ray of sunshine, ain't she? Don't let her manners fool you, though. Her disposition may be dark, but her wit is bright. Bright and devious. Believe me when I tell you that she's plotting against us as we speak, and would have long given the order to spill our blood if she wasn't leashed by the orders of the conduit herself. But by the shield of the Stormbringer, she'll not outfox the sworn brothers of Tanneroth. And I sincerely hope she won't outfox the likes of you either. You belong to the Silverglen tribe, I take it. Thought you were all holed up in Hyberheim, but it pleases me to see some of your number have come to Hunter's Edge. Yes, an outsider not as yet distrusted by the orcs is exactly what I need in the matter of the missing bloodstones and the matter of the wizard's house. But let's talk in my headquarters over yonder, for by the beard of the Bear Slayer there are too many green ears around here.
Discounts on magic baubles.
See your house, I'll get some wine.
About bleeding time. Arcane texts of every kind. Get them before they
got
turn
me
to
wages,
ash.
fellas. Lots
Six
of
of that.
sparkly coin.
That one's worth
Fellas?
10 coins
Look,
for sure.
I know I drank all the
Too
best
rich for
ale,
my blood.
but that's no
I
reason to
fold.
keep ignoring
Come,
me.
let's see
No,
those
go
cards.
screw yourselves with a rusty
Check
mace,
these
why don't
puppies
you?
out.
By the devil's sweaty swingers. You beat me.
Nice hand of cards, that one.
May your sword never sully, and your shield never shatter. The Bloodstones are the reason we came here in the first place. The conduit has need of starstones imbued with human blood, so she can create her Death Knights.
Conduit's orders. Best not to get on her bad side. You know that.
Yeah, but her orders
Both the
don't
Brotherhood and the Orcs were given their share of stones, and we filled them to the brim with blood, then stored them for the conduit to collect when she returns from Phantom Forest. Last night, though, someone raided this very building and disappeared with our stones. They were being guarded by Garrick Giantbane, a son of the mountain had in trust with my life. Grutilda says he ran off with the Bloodstones, that he is a betrayer to the cause of Immaculates. But I know this to be untrue. The Orcs stole the stones. Of that I'm certain. Grutilda is hatching some plan, and we'll all be in dire straits indeed if it comes to fruition. Those stones make her powerful. Too powerful. We need 'em back. But every Orc eyes us, Peak Dwellers, with suspicion. That is why I ask of you to find proof. Proof that it was an Orc that did the deed. Once I have it, I have a reason to assault the Orcs without risking the wrath of the Conduit. She'll not stand for theft among Immaculates. So find me that proof, and we'll slaughter the Orcs together. I am Jarl Woodok's son, father among brothers, son among the mountains. Me and mine hail from the snow-capped heights of Tanaroth, the very thrones of the world. Our lives are devoted to the hunt. Every town and every city we find, we plunder and burn and put to the sword. Sacrifices are they all to the might of the mountains, tokens of reverence to the power of the peaks. Gods we have plenty, of war, of death and of victory. But now, a goddess we have too. Aye, we have seen the workings of Bloodstone, and loyal are we to she who unites in blood. By the teeth of Kjell Wolfjaw, as immaculate shall we rule the world. The Conduit asked us to do what we do best, invade and destroy. She set us on our way with a store of Starstones, ready to be charged and, once made into Bloodstones, sent to you folks in the mines of Luculla. We didn't know Grutilda's dogs had beat us there by a half day, but no matter. There were still plenty of strays to be caught and bled by the time we arrived. Now all that's left is finding a way into the wizard's house. The Conduit's looking for something inside. Now we're here waiting for further orders from the Conduit herself. She's gone into the Phantom Forest nearby, but we expect to hear from her shortly. I only hope we'll have the matter of the missing Bloodstones sorted by then. I'll not have a soul saying we of the mountain failed to follow through.
I'll win this one. The goddess is with me.
The Orcs? No, I respect their warlike nature, for it's like ours. I respect their lust for slaughter, for we share it with them. I respect their loyalty to their leader, for I am likewise respected by my brothers. But when push comes to shove, I'd flay them all, wear their skins, and never rest until the very last one of them lay at my feet with my broadaxe nestling in its belly. Why, you may ask? Why hate them when you and them are so alike? I hate them because we are alike. I hate them because I know ours is a hate they reciprocate with blazing fury. So it is with the Sworn of Tanaroth, and so it is with the Orcs of the Wild. One day the battle must be. One day we will feast or be feasted upon. Grutilda is worshipped like a goddess by her troops, and she rules like a deity too. All-knowing, all-powerful and merciless. She's smart and ruthless, truly an opponent to be feared. Exactly the kind of opponent I like. The Conduit was wise to go to the Orcs with promises of allegiance, for they are a force that few in Rivellon can withstand. But she also knows that the pact cannot last. She's well aware the Orcs will eventually go their own way, be they sworn Immaculates or not. She needn't fear them, of course. The Conduit is constructing an army of warriors even the Orcs behold with dread. But it is we brothers of the mountains that may have to bear the brunt of their onslaught when things go sour. Grutilda knows the pact was never meant to last. She understands she's being used as a battering ram, as a tool to breach the gates and clear the path to triumph, only to be discarded by its operators when the true prize is in sight. She knows, and she's plotting her revenge. I can see it in those feral eyes of hers. She's surrounded by her elite. She whispers poisonous orders in the ears of her vile rat herder. No, it's no coincidence all her bloodstones have gone missing. By the hammer of Fjord Alkmount, I just know she's planning a nightmare. For her dreams are our tethers to suffer. And with the spine breaker at her side, it's a terrible nightmare she's concocting. Aye, an orc so vile it has taken rats for pets. They swarm about him like fleas do the rest of his kind, but even they eye him with disgust.
To get on her bad side.
Nevertheless, it's my belief that unlike the other males among the orcs, he's no fool. He's a spy, a discoverer of secrets. Right now he's looking for the lost wizard servants, and gods protect them if he finds them. We would merely kill him. That rat lover, on the other hand. Where we go, death is the horror that looms behind us. Where he goes, death is a mercy always out of reach. Gratilda's hulking, horrible dog. Built like a brick house and with a mind as black as pitch. There's no indignity he wouldn't inflict on any man, woman, or child his mistress marked. Gratilda stores him above the tavern and sends him playthings one at a time. A sentence worse than death. I don't know much about him, to be frank, and I don't care to. The conduit says he's in possession of an artifact she needs, which is why we've been trying to gain entry to his house. But by the boots of our lag troll tramper, the key hasn't been forged yet that will unfasten the magical seals that encase that bedeviled sorcerer's abode.
Call! Now for the turn card.
The deal is this. When we attacked Hunter's Edge, we and the orcs had the village completely surrounded to ensure no one could escape. The plan was a good one, for only some blacksmith and his wife managed to flee after their little demon of a pet bit an orc's arm off. The wizard and his servants eluded us, but we know that the servants at least are still hiding somewhere around town. We need to find those damn people so they can tell us how to gain entry to the wizard's house. My men have been searching the village non-stop, and the orcs have put their rat herder on the job. But we also have some surviving villagers holed up down in the cellar. An orc torturer, courtesy of Grutilda, has been trying to find out where the servants are hiding, but has no finesse whatsoever, and almost instantly kills his victims. We've offered to do it for him, but Grutilda remains adamant he's the best of the best. Maybe you'd have better luck, though, if you're up for a spot of torture.
Wizards must be Xandalore. Thank God these bloodthirsty brutes haven't found
I know
him
I
yet.
drank all the
Let's hope we catch up with them before they
There's no
do.
reason to keep
The
ignoring.
great grim gods, comrade. The spine breaker. Norok, he's called. He's the bleeding brute. The green-faced gargoyle who... I must face him. Face him and destroy him before he can claim another victim.
Now for the turn card.
Why, comrade, Well, I can't tell you how much With you by my side, I'll face the monster head-on and make him pay for what he's done. It will be an honor. In the name of the Order.
Should
Get
I?
them before they
Yeah,
turn to
why
ash.
not? 15 gold.
Damn it all to hell, I fold.
Call! Let's see those cards.
Find the old tub alive that did
these
this and
puppies
feeding him
out.
his own knew vermin could harbour such useful relics? Share in the... Oh, my augur's flame kindles at your approach. Anything and everything left behind by vermin after we've exterminated them. And I must say, some of these roaches have mighty fine taste. The All-Mother chooses first from among the spoils, and the rest she grants to us to use or turn to profit.
Our orders don't job out, girl. Two
Go
cards for
find
everyone.
yourself a sheep if
Just
you're
the
so
one
bloody
coin
hot
for
and
me.
bothered.
A
Seven's my lucky number, so 7
Well,
it is.
Matilda. Not even the old man can blast this steer.
off afterwards.
Now for the flop.
What are you doing lingering around here anyway, human?
Grutilda doesn't tell you a thing, does she? We're waiting to fight the final battle. The time is nearly nigh.
Final battle, is it? Guaranteed to be plenty of dead.
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two.
Call.
Now for the turn card.
Well, some say death, but it's more of a second life.
6 of
I
us!
say a peaceful one,
10
a
coins
quiet
for
one.
sure.
I get all the silence from serving the goddess. I like the dog looks up at you with misery-ridden eyes. The dog hangs its head, then looks north.
Yes, or mother, I'll say. The humans do.
Big ugly brute making me do his dirty work. I bet his skull would make a lovely goblet for Jarl's mead.
I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
Someone's there.
Yes, or
Yeah,
mother,
against Dorkish
I'll
custom
say.
to take a dip in the river now and
humans
again.
do what
You smell like a wounded hog.
It's no surprise a dainty thing like you can't handle a bit of musk. Shall I run
Big
to the
ugly
bubble
brute
bath,
making me
darling?
do his dirty work.
Yes,
I bet
or
his
mother,
skull would
I'll
make a
say.
lovely goblet for
The
Jarl's
humans do
mead.
What do you mean by... I'll be damned if I bother justifying my manhood to a beast like you.
What's all this about your manhood, small bones? I'd like to
Yes,
alone
or
again,
mother,
Alfie.
I'll say.
So I
Are
The
you
humans do what
If you keep that up, we're through. It'll be the noose for me and the rack for you. Is that what you want?
keep what up exactly? I was only having a bit of fun.
Even a look will spell the end of us in this place. I won't stand for
Dunce probably
I won't
lost the bloody
lose
thing up
you
his
over
own
a
arse.
silly joke.
Tell me how I can help it. Everywhere you go, this damn bleeding heart of mine follows.
Bloody key.
Oh,
Who could trust a big stupid
think
oaf
I
like
feel
this?
the same?
Their lives
for love, you must know how every shred of my
I'd not
soul
expected to find
screams
foolish
for
I
you.
say you're so
I've
stupid.
learned to
worrying
keep it
yourself
quiet,
from your
and you've
pocket
got to do the same.
farting over the latrine.
Cowpuss. Once the battle's over, love's all that's left to turn to.
For me to feel this way about anyone but Quintilda.
Yes, or mother, I'll say. The humans do
A
what
freak
took it.
It's history's so-called freaks who mark it. If we can
Go on then.
provide anything,
I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
How long till we're not just surviving, but living?
I can't say for
Big ugly
certain,
brute
but
making me do his dirty work.